mastermind portion. And our guest today is David Cohen, founder of Equation Arts. David, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I love hanging out with you, Diane.
Good. We have more fun than anybody, don't
That's
we?
right.
David, you are in a mastermind group.
I'm actually in a couple.
You're in a couple.
Yeah.
And you facilitate the one at the Buckhead Club, right?
Well, I'm involved in a group at the Buckhead Club that is helping to organize several, peer circles or mastermind groups, whatever you choose to call them. I participate in one, but we're also trying to make that a great experience so that there's multiple groups going on at the club.
Okay. And I want people to understand at the Buckhead Club, you do have to be a member of the Buckhead Club
That's true,
in order
yes.
to participate in this particular mastermind. How often does that group meet?
Our group meets once a month.
Okay.
And
for how long?
we typically find that about 2 hours at a stretch is good. Our size of our circle has changed a little bit. So what we're trying to do is find the right balance. You want enough time where everyone gets a chance to participate. You want to be able to dig in, but you don't want to, disrupt everybody's day and burn out on these things. So for us, that's about the right balance point. I think depending on the businesses and the folks involved, it could be more, it could be less. It's really up to the folks in a circle.
And how many members do you have right now?
Right now, we've got 4.
Okay. And give me an idea of some of the businesses that are
Sure.
make up your group.
We've got someone who's in a financial background, offers financial services. We've got someone who is in talent development and helps people and businesses to really groom their talent and build their skills and prepare them for more leadership roles. We have a developer, someone who is building properties and speculating on real estate, and we have in the past other folks who have been involved in international consulting on workforce efficiency and outsourcing. We've had people involved in coaching and people involved in creative work, marketing, etc. And of course myself, I'm a brand consultant.
And your other one that you're in, tell me a little bit about that one.
Well, I'm in actually a couple of others. I'm a bit of a peer group junkie, I guess. One group is a group of fellow entrepreneurs, and one has a web design and marketing business. Another one has a graphic design business. One has a sales training business. And one fellow who calls in from California, and I don't know how he does it. He does it at 4 a.m. because we meet at 7 East Coast time. But gives you an idea of the dedication of that group. He is a multi-hatted entrepreneur. He's developing a sports marketing type business. He's creating a sports business that is allowing everyday people to have what is more like a world-class sports experience. It's fascinating. And he's a pilot, so he's also got an airline-related business. Very interesting guy. So there's a lot of mutual accountability that we do in that group, a lot of tapping into each other's experiences so that we can benefit from the other. And then the third group is one that I met through, for a branding and marketing guy, I'm also a big old tech nerd. So this is a group that I met through an organization called Atlanta Web Entrepreneurs. So we're all tied to technology. And that group has been great. I feel like I have a lot to offer there because I've been through the startup game a couple times. But also, I have ideas about how to apply some of what I do with exercises and workshops and things that I'd like to make some tools around that would be online tools, web tools. And so they're a great resource for me to bounce ideas off of and think about, what are resources that I would need to make those things a reality.
I want to get back to the one where the gentleman calls in from California for just a quick second. I was in a group like that once, and for me, it didn't work. How does the flow work when somebody's calling in on the telephone? Because
well, it's definitely tricky. We're all sitting around the conference table, and we've got a speakerphone. That helped. I think if we could add video, that would probably help Skype or something like that. But I'm not sure he'd want us looking at him at 4 in the morning. I don't think he'd care too much. But yeah, it definitely helps. I think this person is such an engaging and energetic, it just comes through. But it wouldn't work if he wasn't dedicated to this. It would just be too easy to pass it over or disengage from the call.
Yeah, right.
And we all have to remind ourselves sometimes, because we'll get into a flow of conversation and he's just listening, that he's there and what do you
Right,
think,
right.
and hey, how's it going? So that's all part of making those dynamics work.
Well, David, thank you very much for the information.
Oh, my
You've got,
pleasure.
some great groups, it sounds like, and certainly you're very dedicated to the Mastermind
I'm a
idea.
firm believer in you got to sharpen the saw. Every
Great.
day you got to learn something new.
Great. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.